those pepper pots. What is that? What is that tongue twister with the peppers?
It's 100 degrees.
Good morning. I can't actually see the camera. Is it on?
Well, we work in a dungeon.
Oh
It's
my
like
gosh.
you go into a bar and you walk outside and you get slapped in the face with the sun.
Yeah. How hot is it in here?
100 degrees. I was gonna crack the door. I don't know where that cat is. He's up to no good, I'm sure. We have some planting we're gonna do today, and we got some comfrey from John and Angela, Heirloom Permaculture. We'll put their link down below. They sell it, so we got that in. That was a little while ago. What we did is we kept the water in the bag, or kept just putting a little bit of water in the bag. But this is what we have left for our potting soil. So what I'm going to do is take some peat moss, mix it with this. We're going to pot that up today and get it growing, because it just started growing some leaves, it looks like.
Yeah, we need to get that going. Yeah, thank you, John and Angela at Heirloom Permaculture. We are...
Oh, and I also did not... Is that the putz? Oh, putz is coming. Look at him.
Come on, Charlie.
And I didn't do any work in here this weekend, so this is still from last Thursday.
Yeah, if you watched last Thursday's vlog with Matt, he was busy with creating some new soil.
Yeah, and it's working good. So for those of you who don't know what comfrey is or why I'm excited for it, is because we're trying to, this year, instead of adding more plants, because every year we try to add something more to learn about. This year for me, it was more compost and like fertilizers and stuff. So what we did, or what I did, is looked into comfrey, and so you let it grow, and then basically you're gonna chop it, make a tea out of it, and then water your plants with it, and it's a really good fertilizer, and it's an all-around good fertilizer. So it's got a little bit of everything in it. Just like what I learned about chicken poop. Chicken poop has a little bit of everything in it too. So I want to get better at saving that every year, putting it aside, composting it really nice, and then we can use it in our garden and in here to top it off. So we don't have to keep buying it every year. Because that's the only expense with gardening, is you're buying all these fertilizers and compost, really.
Charlie. Now that Matt has all this dirt and stuff in here, it really smells like springtime. I told him it smelled like I was walking into a commercial greenhouse when I got out here. So since we have never planted comfrey before, we're really grateful. John and Angela included a little note on what to do. So we're gonna do it just as they said, hopefully. We're gonna label these pots, or are we just gonna remember what they are?
We'll remember.
We just can't go with that method all the time.
Yeah. We didn't plant these right away, so that's our mistake. But I think it'll be fine. We're still gonna plant it like this, but I'm gonna put drier stuff over the top. Hopefully that will help it come out. So how many is there? We need more pots. We got a lot. I wasn't expecting this much. That's awesome. That's cool. You see that? So we got $13 of them.
Oh my.
So we're gonna need more pots. We're gonna have to start using that for dirt. Which is fine, because this is all mixed and I have it fertilized. Look who's just laying down sunning.
So according to John and Angela's directions, they said you can plant outside anytime, as long as you can dig in the dirt. And we are going to start them in pots because that's what they said they like to do. And they said to plant them horizontally, 1/2 inch deep. So we're doing that, and they said to keep the dirt moist but not soaked. So we're hoping this works out. Those pepper pots. What is that? What is that tongue twister with the peppers? The pepper pots I've been saving forever are coming in perfectly handy for these because we'll be able to get them started in there. And then it looks like we're going to have quite a bit to plant. Maybe we'll even be able to share with a few people. So that will be really nice.
So we'll see who's watching this. If my brother and Katie are watching, and if they ask for comfrey, I'll say yes.
Hi, kids. They'll be watching. If it grows, that is, Matt.
Yeah.
Only you had some help.
I know, someday I'll find the right one to help me.
How many then?
I don't know, I'll recount.
13 plus 1, Matt.
I don't know, maybe I picked it up and brought it back in there.
Well, that could be.
Sara.
So I don't know if you can tell, but we have our spinach planted, and then where Matt added all this extra soil that he did last week, there's got to be like a 6 to 8 inch difference in how high the dirt goes. So we probably didn't have it quite this high when we started, but there has been some serious, what do you call that? Compaction. So that was something Matt and I were talking about with our carrots too, that our carrots don't seem to do the greatest in here, and we were wondering if because the dirt is so much harder in here compared to in our Back to Eden garden, that maybe they were just having a hard time growing through the dirt in general. Well, Matt is busy with this comfrey. I'm actually going to get some more spinach planted because eventually we're going to have to pull this stuff out to add some more dirt here. So we're going to get it started over on that end just because that's where he's already got all the soil set up. So I took out my seed starting square so that I can make sure that everything's evenly spaced apart. So greens are these red circles. They're not green. But I am going to be planting spinach. I just grabbed all the spinach we had. I doubt I'll be planting all of it. But we have some Norfolk spinach. I first bought this from Seed Savers Exchange, and I still have some. I bought it a couple years ago, 2 or 3, and I have seed from that I saved 2 years ago and seed that I saved last year from it as well. So I'll be planting probably the older seed first. And then I also have some baby spinach from Botanical Interest. That's what we've been cutting and eating off of. So I will probably plant some of that as well. But again, probably not all of it. I am hoping that some of this spinach will grow up and I'll be able to save some seeds from it again. But we should have enough that if I'm not able to do that, I can do that the next round. This bed is working out perfectly because it's just wide enough that I can fit 2 of these here, so that's working out perfect. I just stuck some old sticks in where these rows ended so I can tell just when I'm looking at them to make sure I water over here. I know the difference between the Norfolk spinach and the baby spinach and between that and other greens, so I didn't label them or anything. I probably will forget when I planted them. So in case I look back at this video, today is March 7th and I'm planting our greens in here. First thing planted in the greenhouse for spring 2022. So I got a little bit nervous after watering these seeds because I think this soil might be a little bit soft, which seems so silly, but as I'm watering, some of the dirt is falling into the holes where I put the seed, which I do want, but it was quite a bit more than I want falling in the hole, so I'm a little bit nervous, but time will tell. We'll see how these greens do, and I do think overall things are going to grow better in here long term, but we'll see how they start. I'm just loving that we're planting and it's like spring is here. It's not outside. We just had a nice fresh snow, but
Yeah.
spring
Ice
is coming
storm.
in the greenhouse.
We had snow. We had a thunderstorm. Hey, we had a thunderstorm last Saturday.
Yes.
So that's 6 months from now is our first frost date.
According to Farmer's Almanac.
Yeah, that's what my grandpa always went by.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll have to look that up and see when that is, because that's got to be early.
It's crazy to think we had like a foot of snow on the ground, or 10 inches of snow. We had a thunderstorm. And then later that night, it all froze. It rained all day off and on. Then it started raining that night, froze, and then it started snowing. We got like an inch, probably, of snow.
It looks pretty, but yeah, it's all ice underneath.
It's just a mess now.
Yeah, no, it's melting.
And then tomorrow, like right now it's 27 degrees. Tomorrow's supposed to be 40, 39 or 40.
Oh,
so,
it's going to melt into a mess.
Yeah. Probably going to be repetitive videos the next couple of days, because I'll be in here every time I can get a chance, because I want to finish this bed out, so we might, chickens might eat a lot of spinach. We have a lot frozen.
I can freeze some more.
We have a lot frozen that we need to eat up too.
Yeah,
though,
we do. Yeah, lots of planting we have to get done. In the next couple weeks, we've got a lot we want to get started, and I'm so excited. We actually did not bring our seedlings, our onion and celery seedlings out here. They should be out here, but we're planning on planting in the beds, so we kind of got to see how much room we have, if they can be right in the beds, or pretty soon we'll be taking these tarps down, I'm guessing, and then they can be up on top.
Yeah. Well, we can put them on the part that we don't have planted to, I guess, over here.
Unless we
once
got it
I'm
all
done
planted.
with this area. So, all right. Well, glad you got to see us again.
Bye.
Bye.